Hey guys, we are streaming live on Facebook. It is Monday, July the 15th. I'm Jessica coming at you here in the Manifest Your New Mindset group. When you jump on and you're here watching live with me, please let me know by typing in the comments that you're here, say your name, tell me where you're joining from. And if you're watching the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay. Be active with me here, okay? So I'm in my gym clothes. I'm getting ready to go to the gym after this Facebook Live. But here's what I want to share with you before I do that, right? So I'm speaking directly to those of you who are hard workers, right? You resonate with getting it done, muscling through, doing what you got to do. And that's how you've been getting by in life. I totally resonate with that. And that has been my fuel and was my fuel for so long. Here's what I want to share with you though. If you are someone who has been constantly working hard and you know how to put your head down and just push to get a result. If you are at a point in your life where you know you could be doing more, bigger things, better things, you're feeling like you're at a plateau or you're just not getting the result that you want anymore, right? Like inside of you, you know there's something bigger and like the results that you're getting just aren't cutting it anymore. Maybe maybe they were cutting it before, right? But where you are now, it's not cutting it. Here's what I want you to know. I know because I've been there. And it's because what is going to get you to the next level is not the same thing that got you to this level. It's not putting your head down and working harder and muscling through, because here's what you're probably have figured out. That only got you so far. That only got you so far. So today, this morning, was day one of me coaching my business coach, Shanta Sumpter. Many of you know, owner of Heartcore Business, has an 8-figure company, was just interviewed by Forbes. And here's how humble and smart she is. She reached out to me and said, Jessica, I want you to coach me once a week on how to keep my edge, right? I'm already driven, right? She and I are very much alike. I'm already driven. And I know that in order to keep my drive, to stay on my drive, to keep my edge and keep going to the next level, I've got to be connected with someone who thinks big like me, right? That right there is why she continues to grow. This is just an example. I'm using this example to really connect with you because you may be very much like I used to be, where I thought that if I could just work harder and I could prove that I could do it, right? So it's like you're sitting behind your computer, you're doing whatever it takes, and you're like putting all the weight on your shoulders. But here's the thing, that's an amateur way to go about it. Right? Like that drive, that push, like, let me know if this is connecting with you, those of you who are on here. That drive, that push, that like put your head down, put your blinders on, tune everybody else out. It only gets you so far, right? To go to a pro thinking, a pro mindset. You're going to hear me talking about this a lot lately. This is how I coach inside of my coaching communities, inside of my clients pay me for this coaching, but I got to get out here and get it to you guys, because here's the thing. In this group, we're talking about manifesting, right? But I think that sometimes people are getting the wrong idea of what that means. I've said it before and I get to say it again and again and again, because I want to speak to you, the driven person who's sitting there thinking, well, I got to work harder, or like I've got to meditate more and I've got to like do more yoga. I've got to do more journaling. Like all of those things only get you so far. If you're wanting to get an incredible result in your life, just like I want to get in my life, just like Shanda wants to get in her life, which is why we keep connecting and staying connected. It's why like I always have coaches now. It's why I'm always in masterminds, why I'm always in groups. Like I invest so much in my leadership and in my next level, because I have learned that in order for me to get pro results in my business, in my fitness, in my personal life, in any goal that I have, I can't do it alone. I cannot do it alone. It's the reason Shanta reached out to me and said, hey, coach me on keeping my edge, because she's humble enough, smart enough, wise enough to know that you never are too good to be coached. You never have it all figured out. And here's the thing, you're just making it way more difficult on yourself. So here's what I want to share with you really quickly. My hair is falling out of my ponytail, but here's what I want to share with you. 5 years ago, I started training for bodybuilding with my current coach, who just took me to pro in 7 months. Here's the reason of me sharing this with you. 5 years ago, I started training, and this coach said to me, you will go pro. Like, you've got what it takes to go pro. Stay with me. And here's what happened. He took me to the top 5 in the nationals in my very first national show, which is incredible. And here's what happened. No matter how smart I was at the time, I had already been in coaching communities. I already knew the value of it. But here's what I did. I had a moment of dropping into my amateur thinking. And listen, because I know you can resonate with this. I decided, well, I can take what I just learned from him, and because I've been a fitness coach for 10 years, I could put all that together and I can get myself the same result all by myself. So I'll train myself for the next competition, right? I convinced myself that I didn't need the coaching anymore, or I didn't need that expertise. I could figure it out myself. Somewhere underneath, there was that need to like prove myself, right? It wasn't conscious, but when I look back on it, I can see it, right? There was that need, that there was that belief really for me from childhood of like, you prove that you are worthy of it because you do it yourself, right? Guys, like, yes, that creates a fighter in you, but like, you hit a wall. You only go so far. That was amateur thinking. And I ate my dose of humble pie, right? Because I didn't get the result. In fact, I went backwards, right? Because what worked 2 months prior didn't even work this time. Also, what I was missing was that I lost my critical eye. I lost my coach's eye. We have so many blind spots. It doesn't matter how great you are at what you do. It doesn't matter how great I am at what I do. There's a reason I keep coaches in my life. Now, that was a moment, right, where I fell off, right? But it was a moment that, like, I look back on that now, and it was such an eye opener for me as I stood on that stage 2 months later. And it was like, whoa, right? Like, there was something there I got to unpack about that old feeling of like, if I have support, I'm weak, right? Even though I knew better. Like, do you ever have this experience in your life, right? Like, even though you know better and you've gotten the breakthrough, you still have those moments. This is why being coached and being in community is so key, because you're already driven, but how do you keep it? You're already driven, but how do you keep it? So here's what I want to say to many of you in here are new coaches, new entrepreneurs, or you want to be coaches, you want to be entrepreneurs, you even maybe want to have a side hustle. Here's what's interesting, right? Many of you have been in this group for a long time, but you haven't taken the next step. So you're getting coached by me, you're getting poured into, you're getting supported by daily posts, by videos, and you're also getting invitations here and there from me to reach out and get support, right? To take the next step, to get on a phone call, to get some coaching. Last night, I put in an amazing offer to those of you who want to have a side hustle, right? Like, that's just kind of a buzzword, but like, who want to explore starting something on the side, whatever that is for you, coaching, art, whatever. Or you're already coaching and you know that you need support in like growing your business, right? So I put an invitation out yesterday, like a no-brainer invitation to join me at the Zone event. You guys have heard me speak about it before. It's my favorite event of the year. I went for the first time 2 years ago. Here's what you may not know. I accepted an invitation to the Zone event from someone I never even met before. And I wasn't being coached. I wasn't in any of her groups or anything like that. We ended up on a phone call, right? And we met online. We ended up on a phone call because she wanted to interview me for something that she was doing. Here's the reason I'm sharing that with you. I get results in my life because I take opportunities when they're put in front of me. I get results in my life because I take opportunities. I say yes to invitations, right? Like if I have a goal, and I teach this in my Get Set coaching academy, it's like you got to understand how to make decisions that move you closer towards the vision that you have. So if I have a goal and a vision to grow my influence, to grow my coaching company, like to get out and speak on stages, like when there's an invitation put in front of me, something as simple as $197 ticket, like I posted in here, when I went a couple years ago, I paid $500. So when those kind of opportunities are put in front of me, like to come out, be in a community, like I took this person who I never met, Sasha Sterling, who is in this group now. I took that invitation and decided I'm going to show up to this community and to this event. I don't know anyone there. I don't know her. I didn't even talk to her those days that I went there, but I took the invitation. I said yes to an opportunity, right? So many people are just talking about the result that they want. Then invitations are put in front of you, offers are made to you, and you retreat. You got to ask yourself, why is that? And if it's because you think you can get there on your own and you have this story about why it's not worth your time, or like, oh, I can't travel there, I don't want to spend this money, I'll figure it out on my own. If that's what you're doing, you are lying to yourself. Right. And I understand it because I've been there, and I was lying to myself. I didn't realize it. Right. I was lying to myself that I could get this pro result with that amateur approach. And so my question to you is, like, what invitation are you not taking? Could you be at the zone event with me and like the 40 something other people so far that I've already invited? Right? Could you be there? Here's how I make it a no-brainer, right? Like nobody gave me bonuses or any kind of incentives to be there. I went because I took the opportunity when it was put in front of me. And like within, I think it was 2 hours of being at the event, we had a break. I went outside, I texted my husband, and I was like, oh my God, I am so excited. Like I realized I made the right decision. Here's the thing. I didn't know what was going to happen at the zone event. I didn't know if I was going to go there and like not connect with the community. For all I knew, they could have been some cult, right? But I was like, I'm going anyway, and I can just hang out at this nice hotel and hang out at the pool and, work, write in my journal if it's not a good connection, right? I didn't know who Shanta was at all. But what happened is within 2 hours of being there, I was like, whoa, this is the community I get to be in, right? And I text my husband, and that's the thing. You got to make decisions. You don't need to know what's going to happen as a result of your decision. You get to make the decision and then see what unfolds from there. Like that's pro thinking. Some of you are still so indecisive about the smallest things in your life, right? But the thing is, not deciding, right? Not deciding yes or not deciding no is what keeps you imprisoned in your mind, right? So I'm talking about amateur thinking versus pro thinking. Right? What if you want a big result, you want a pro result, you can't do it on your own, because if you know how to get your result, it's not big enough. Your vision's not big enough. Your goal is not big enough. Right? So I'm doing this half VIP day in Portland, Oregon. Some of you in this group are already joining me, which is amazing. I've only opened it up to 10 people. And this right now is not about that, right? But what I want to share with you about that is those people who are coming to my event, I'm actually also gifting them a ticket to the zone event. Now, here's why you need to hear that. Like, I'm having them come to my own event so that I can coach them, pour into them for a half day, help them like get hooked into what their purpose is, what they are here to do, and then teach them how to like make that happen, right? Like have the confidence and the clarity to make that happen. And on top of that, my thinking is so generous and so like hooked into that person getting the result that I'm even gifting them to go to another person's event. They could ultimately hire Shanta as their coach. I don't care, right? Like, that's not the point. I am here to really connect and inspire other driven people like me who at one point were completely holding themselves back. That's what I was doing. And what I really want to land with you right now is it doesn't have to be that way. My business exploded. My life changed in a matter of months just because I went to that event. Do you know I signed up my very first client in this coaching business because I met them at that event? I didn't plan all that on that. I couldn't have predicted that. But because I said yes to the opportunity, I was there. Right? I was there. Last year, I was invited to even speak on stage there. Like, these are things that in your mind, you can't predict. You don't know that that's going to happen. But those are the things that open up for you when you show up for yourself, right? The universe puts the opportunities in front of you. Those are the signs. Those are the crumbs that you get to follow in order to manifest the result that you want. Right? Law of attraction. I've said it time and time again. The word action is in attraction. You've got to take the actions that start putting you on the path to what God and the universe is already lining up for you. So, what I'm going to say to you right now is if you're watching this, listen up. I'm about to give you an opportunity. I'm about to invite you. So if you are watching this and you know without a doubt that the next level for you is something related to business, to coaching, to leadership, right? And you know that you need to be around a higher level thinking of people, right? Like you get to be, that being surrounded by other people who are also driven can actually and will actually make a huge difference for you, a quantum leap in your life and or business. And if you're courageous enough to take a no-brainer invitation, right? A no-brainer invitation, then that's what this invitation is for, right? So I'm going to drop the link in here for you to join me. Come and join me at the Zone event. I'm going to be there. If you're watching this and you're already going to be there, clients of mine, friends of mine, people in here that I haven't even met yet, but you've taken the opportunity, you've accepted the invitation for the opportunity for something big to happen in your life. If that's you, share in the comments why you're going, share with everyone. I'm going to put the link in here. Here's what you might not know is like I'm bonusing the heck out of this. There's over $11,000 in bonuses for coaching, for online courses, for continued support, right? After the Zone event from me and several other of my clients. Because listen, the truth is the more driven people that we can inspire to take a stand, step up and start sharing whatever your gift is with the world, like the better world we have, the better community we have. Some of you now are my clients, right? Because you've accepted like the invitation, you've taken that step, and I'm already in conversations with you about how I'm going to promote you or how I might hire you in a couple of months for something else, right? You got to think bigger. You got to think bigger for yourself. You're not going to get the result that you want hiding behind your computer, working harder. So I just popped the link down here for the Zone event. It's September 22nd, 3rd, 4th, something like that. Click on the details. You'll see my coach Shanta telling you what it is and what's going to happen over the 3 days there. And you're going to get all of the different bonuses that, if you're interested in the bonuses, like you should just want to come because it's an opportunity for you to expand and learn what you don't know, right? And like take what you learn there and apply it right away and start getting growth in whatever area you are focused on in your business, your coaching, whatever that is, leadership, having a breakthrough in your thinking, right? So if you have, that's what needs to motivate you to be there, right? Like I want you to be motivated for that. But if you want to know more details about the different bonuses, just send me a message. Like message me, right? Those of you who like send me messages, like I honor you, right? Because you're not afraid to like just reach out and ask for it. That's one thing Shanta says about me all the time, right? Is like I make myself seen. I ask for the coaching. I reach out, right? You can never be too, you've got to be humble, right? Let me just put it that way. Be humble, reach out, get the support that can make you pop. And if you have questions about this, let me know, send me a message and ask me, is this for me? And I'll be honest with you. All right, I'm going to pop in and look. Some of you are putting messages on here. Reach out, get the support. Oh, that's me. Hey, Daniela. Yes, Daniela went to this event last year. Daniela, share a little bit in the comments about how it changed your life and the difference that it made for you. And Daniela saw me speak on stage at the Zone event and resonated with me. She wasn't in this community. We weren't connected online, anything like that. And because of that, she now is connected with me, works with me as a client, and is just creating tremendous results in her life, and actually is bringing 9 people to the event with her because of the difference it made for her last year. Hey, Evram. Hey, Maya. So, if you're coming to the Zone event, type in here that you're coming and why. I saw Bobby. I'm trying to see who's on here right now. Yeah, Tiffany's coming. I'm so excited about that. Yes. Bobby, I know you're coming. So Tiffany, it looks like you're tagging someone. And what I want you to know is if that person is not in this group, they can't be tagged, like they won't see it. So my suggestion is connect with Stacey, the person that you tagged, and invite her over to the group, or have her like reach out, like connect us. If you feel like this would make a difference for Stacey, let's get her signed up, right? So if you're in this group and you're resonating with this message, it's because you're driven. It's because you've got something inside you that you get to inspire and share with others. And so here's the question: why aren't you taking action? Why aren't you inviting people? Why aren't you making invitations and offers to people, right? So like I went to this event. Like I said, I didn't know anybody 2 years ago, and here I am now. And what I have done since then is I've invited every single person I know who is attracted to leadership, who is attracted to entrepreneurship and coaching and all of that. Like, why wouldn't I? Right? So like when you get something that works, share it. Be generous. This is how you manifest more opportunity, more connection, more collaboration in your life. So I want you to start thinking like a pro. I want you to start thinking like the 8+ figure Forbes, business owner, Inc. 5000 business coach that I have, who reached out to me and said, coach me on keeping my edge. Like that's a humble person right there. That's a smart person who knows that no matter how big you get, no matter how much success you have, no matter how much drive you have, you still have to, the way you keep your edge is being connected with other people who think bigger, think like you, or think bigger, right? So you've got to always be really careful with who you allow into your head. Right. And so this invitation is for you to come and be surrounded by people who are thinking bigger and want to contribute to the world. So Evram, awesome. Yep. You were at the Zone event. Great. Tiffany coming. I'm ready to take action. Daniela says the event changed my life in so many ways. Best community I've ever met. Best coach, Jessica Perez-Beebe. Thank you. And leadership. Awesome. All right, guys. So you know how to find me. Send me a private message. Comment on here and tag me and ask me whatever questions that you want to ask me. And if you're already coming to the Zone event, who are you going to bring with you, right? So I've got these half price tickets for $197. $197 to invest in yourself for 3 full days of being immersed by some of the best leaders, learning around your business, collaborating, and just being in that energy. It's priceless. All right, guys, I'm going to go to the gym and get my workout on. Bye. Have an incredible day, and I can't wait to see you at the Zone event.